Now on to some education news. Refugio ISD will no longer be offering the choice between face-to-face and remote instruction beginning next Monday, October 19th. The superintendent made the announcement on social media Friday. According to the announcement, families who choose to not send their students back for in-person learning have the options of either homeschooling their child or enrolling them into a neighboring district that offers remote instruction. Remote instruction will only be offered in the event of a COVID-19 spread or for students who are in quarantine or test positive for the virus.